There's a news that is coming in. It is Nalin Prabhat. He's the one who's the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir at the moment. A presser is expected at about 10 a.m. in Srinagar. The Joint Secretary, Jammu and Kashmir Division from the Home Ministry. He'll also be briefing the media about the explosion. This explosion took place in the Nagaon police station in Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu Kashmir DGP likely to brief the media at 10 a.m. Investigations, what are they pointing at? This is something that will be discussed in this very crucial media briefing that will take place at 10 a.m. today. My colleague Mir Farid is now joining me. Mir, in fact, is standing right at the spot where the blast took place. Mir, you are in Srinagar. Are you sensing tension in Srinagar? Do you think that what we will see henceforth will be an increase in the security? Will we see more security forces being deployed in and around Srinagar?
Well, Aishwarya, already there is a lot of security force presence in Srinagar in the sensitive area. So that is something that's already there. But definitely there will be a beef up. Since last 3-4 days, we're seeing more nakas, more checking of vehicles, more frisking, raids. Almost 600-700 raids from Jammu and Kashmir police in various locations of Jammu and Kashmir. So that part is already on. But as you rightly said, the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir, Nalin Prabhat, who was at the location to take first-hand account of the situation, will address the press at 10 a.m. and give details about this particular incident and also the kind of crackdown the police has initiated against the JEI or the elements subversive who have been involved in subversive activities, terror activities in the past. They may be dormant now, but they're trying to see whether they have recycled back into terror or they are also running similar kind of modules, because if there is one module, there could be more. So police is doing its bit, launching this crackdown to find out more modules. But yes, this is a massive incident. As you rightly said, there was a lot of panic in Srinagar late last night. The blast was heard in the radius of 6 to 7 kilometers. So that really tells you the kind of intensity of this particular explosion, and post that people were inquiring left, right and center. And as far as this area is concerned, as I said, around the police station, the many houses have been damaged, people were injured, the window panes got shattered, some had glass injuries, some were in panic and they were taken to the hospital. So it is a massive incident, there's no doubt about it, and police now planning to give a presser and give details of the incident and what the investigation really as of now prima facie says. But our sources say that prima facie it seems an accidental blast, but as I said, it's an open investigation. They are looking into the terror angle as well. They're looking at how this really got triggered. That is the big million-dollar question. How did this get triggered? Because we have seen experts speaking about the fact that this needs a trigger. This needs a proper mechanism and probably from detonators to some kind of a chemical fuel to trigger it. And it can't go off like probably gunpowder or any crude kind of an explosive. So that is the big question, and probably the police teams are also trying to find out answers to how it really happened, whether there was sabotage or it was plain accident wherein there was some kind of mishandling that led to this. But massive incident, and as you can see behind the periphery has been, just to show you, this is the lane. This is main road, Nagaon area, and this is the lane that takes you to the police station. I was at the location late last night. Almost 150 to 200 meters away is the police station. So that is also another thing that is being probed and investigated to whether this was a safe location to take this kind of explosive and could it have been taken to a better facility, and could better people, probably chemical engineer or someone, be part of such a team, or was he part of such a team? So all these questions is part of the open investigation, and police teams obviously will look within and see about the handling of these explosives, and then the terror angle. All those things are being investigated right now as far as Jammu Kashmir police is concerned. Aishwarya?
Right, Mir, you know, the place where you are standing, we understand that the entire spot where the blast took place, it has been cordoned off. But we are looking at something new, white-collar terrorism, Mir. That is something which the government will now have to very keenly look at, because this indeed is a new dimension, a new way in which terrorism is now being spread across our country.
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. In fact, this kind of a module has shocked and surprised one and all, because previously, seldom in the past, last 30-35 years of insurgency, we've seen these kind of modules with local doctors or white-collared job people part of such a module. So this is new. And that's why the security agencies, everyone is trying to find out, one, about this case, and number two, about whether there are more such modules, more such white-collar modules that are activated in Jammu and Kashmir, whether they're in the sleeping mode or they have been activated, who all could be behind that. And that's why, as I said, after this got exposed and the lid was blown up with the doctors being detained, then the Red Fort blast, then the Faridabad police really were doing multiple raids around the Al Falah University, around the locations where these doctors were seizing the kind of explosives. So it really brought a completely new dimension to the terror and to the investigations of the Jammu and Kashmir police. That's why we've seen last 3-4 days, hundreds of raids have been conducted by almost every district police of Kashmir. On target are ex-JEI activists, because the main handler in this case, according to the police, is Mohammad Irfan, or Irfan Molvi, who's said to be the main radicalizing element who radicalized these young boys, and from the last 5-6 years were doubling up as someone who was hell-bent on ensuring subversive activities restart, and on the other hand, as imam of a local mosque in this same very area where I am right now, the Naugam area. So this is a new dimension, obviously would require a new protocol, going back to the drawing board, re-strategizing as far as the security agencies are concerned. They are right now, in many ways, shooting in the dark, trying to find out whether there are more modules going around, picking up ex-activists, people who in the past had a history of subversive activities, anti-national activities, seeing that they probably may have recycled, trying to find clues and then take it from there. So this is new, and that's why we've seen new strategy. But you're absolutely right. It would require intense investigation and more boots on the ground, and that's probably what's happening the last 3-4 days. Aishwarya?
Right, Mir, you know, the other thing that everyone will be very keenly looking at is this press conference that will take place at 10 a.m. We will get a little bit of a clarity with regards to what exactly happened, but the fact that this was the police station where crucial evidence was being stored with regards to what happened in the national capital, the blast that happened near Red Fort, the explosives that were seized in Faridabad. So many questions will be asked and many questions will be answered in this crucial press conference.
Well, yes, all eyes on the press conference, because it's after a while that Jammu and Kashmir police has done this kind of a PR exercise where they are giving a press conference, because last some time they were absolutely silent on what has been happening with this kind of conspiracy and the kind of race. There was no statement, no coming on camera as far as police officers are concerned. But now it seems that they have understood that this is a massive incident, and with so many questions from everyone, definitely they would want some clarity for the people, for everyone to know what exactly happened inside, how did this happen, and probably that's the intent of this press conference. You're absolutely right. We may get answers to many of these questions, because there are big question marks on, as I said, what really led to this blast, the handling part, how did it get triggered, and also questions about the terror module, the Naugam module, which initially everyone thought was a localized case of terror propaganda. Some posters were found in the area where I am. In fact, some 1.5 kilometers from here in the Bonpura area. And once the police started investigations, layer after layer came up, and you had the Molvi Irfan, who was picked up from Shopian. He was investigated, interrogated, and post that we saw arrests one after the other, detentions, the doctors, 2 doctors, Dr. Adil, from whose locker an AK-47 in GMC Anantnag was found, and then Dr. Muzammil from Faridabad, and then a ring of OGWs was also picked up. And since we have seen almost 500 to 600 detentions, while some people have been let off, others are still in police custody for questioning. So this is the magnitude of this inquiry that we are talking about, and that's why the police will now give a press conference to tell the country and the people what exactly happened and how did this really happen, and what angles they are looking into, what is their line of investigation, and also importantly about this new, as you rightly said, this new phenomena of
Right.
white-collared modules, white-collared, obviously people who do something during the day, but there is the other side to their personality where in the
Right.
night time they are highly radicalized, indoctrinated, and into subversive activities.